Good morning, barbershop conversations, man. And I'm going to talk about something what needs to be said, what's not being said, and I think it's just extremely important that we understand the gravity as to which we're in terms of boxing versus boxing fans. Um, I saw Eddie Hearn go from $9.99 to a $70 pay per view. I also saw Al Haymon and PBC go for free boxing for all to three pay-per-views in 4 months. And then I cut my TV on and I see the NFL and NBA still giving us free content and surviving off of their advertising dollars and their network money. And obviously they got Nike deals and all that, so obviously the money is different. But what's being ignored is like boxing fans and all this. Like, I don't know if people really understand the gravity as to what we're in as a country. And I think this needs to be said because at the end of the day, all people care about is the bottom line. And I'm going to use me as the example before I get into my monologue. January 31st, next year, LA lifts its moratorium. And what that means is now we can start evicting our tenants. I see what's going on in real life in real time. I have a handful of tenants who hasn't paid rent in 3 or 4 months. My water bills are up 20%. Um, um, Clogs and drains are up probably 50% because the kids stay home while the parents go to work. And you understand what I'm saying? And and you can say, Fred, what are you complaining about? I'm not complaining. I think people are losing sight of the reality as to the America in which that we are in. You understand there? I believe boxing is taxing its fans ridiculously. You understand? I remember being proud to say, oh yeah, Al Heyman is doing the right thing and he's giving us Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman for free. Peter Quillen versus Daniel Jacobs when they both were undefeated for free. Deontay Wilder uh, had some epic fights for free. Luis Ortiz for free, basically free on Showtime. And now we go from that to uh, Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz for $70. Like, and this is why, and then I'm getting my diatribe. I salute like Wilder who said, you know what, I'm not gonna have the boxing fans pay $100 to see me fight Dominic Brazil. And I think boxing needs to fully grasp and understand this. Yes, I'm financially fluid and blessed, but I'm on Main Street every fucking day. Every day. And I see the struggles. I see the pain. And I really got to make tough decisions on January 31st. You understand where they lost their job. They're 4 months behind on their rent. But I fixed everything in the unit. One, the water bills are up. And it's costing me money. And it's taking money out of Lincoln and Kennedy's mouth, basically, per se, right? And then I go to boxing. And boxing just manipulates the fans. Boxing just says, oh, the fans will pay the bills. The fans will pay for it. Bob Aaron was right. You can treat a fan any way you want to treat them. You understand what I'm saying? And I think we're losing sight of that. I think the people in charge of boxing are losing sight of the people that are losing their jobs and people like me who people may say I'm comfortable, but my expenses are up and I'm not making money. You get what I'm saying? And in comparison, so I'm sucking it up, and I think boxing needs to suck it up. And I wonder who's gonna be the fighter to say, you know what? Who's gonna be the fighter? Who's going to be the promoter? Who's going to be the manager to say, you know what? I don't want this fight on pay-per-view. I understand where we're at. Americans are complaining that the government are giving them $600. $600. $600. The government is giving us $600, dog. Put that in perspective. They don't give two shits about us. Who's going to care? If it's always about money, then just say it's always about money. When going gets tough, don't change your character. Character reveals who you are. It's tough for everybody. It's tough for everybody. So boxing say, I'm going to charge you $70. When it gets tough, you're supposed to tighten up with the people that's supporting you. And there's no support out here. If you were a avid boxing fan, you paid for 4 pay-per-views in 4 months. Charlo's, Tank, Earl, and Canelo. That's 4 pay-per-views in 4 months you've paid for. When Canelo's was supposed to be $9.99. And the PBC was supposed to be for free. Free boxing for all. Now I understand that it's tough and people gotta make money. But it comes a time where when you say we're in this together and you mean it. I repeat, it comes a time when you say we're in this together and mean it. You understand? And boxing is a sport that I love. There are many fighters out here that I genuinely love and care about. But I can't be disrespected when it comes to the sacrifices I've personally made. Had to go to college for 4 years. Got laid off. Had to find a way. You understand? I think they're taking us for granted and our personal sacrifices that we're making. How about the single dad that's raising 2 kids and working 2 jobs and grandma babysits the kids for free? How about the single mom that has 2 kids that's working 2 jobs and grandma watches the kids for free? Or how about the student that's working part-time, full-time, then driving Uber, then doing Zoom classes now, trying to get their college degree, and they got to pay the $70. I think boxing is insensitive right now. Boxing is too insensitive. And the people at top in the business of boxing got to make the sacrifices with us. Basketball was my first sport. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to basketball. Why? Because it's free. And guess what? I know the best going to fight the best. The best going to play the best in June. The Lakers are going to play somebody in June. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. So that's just where I'm at, man. I'm tired of spending money. I'm no longer inspired to traveling and going to fights because I feel like I'm being used and manipulated. And I know I speak for a lot of people. There are some fans that paid $70 for Canelo when it was $9. There are some people that paid for those PBC pay-per-views when they were free. When those level of fights were free a year and a half ago. So you gonna make the fans say, you know what, suck it up? You telling the fans to suck it up when you're not making the sacrifices? That's what I'm saying. The same way we gotta live off of the government $600 that we're getting is the same way we want you to live off the advertising dollars and the network money. How about you do that for once? If it's not Crawford versus Spence, Wilder versus Fury 3, how about y'all make the sacrifice? We're making a sacrifice. That's all I'm saying. And this video is going to be offensive to a lot of people. I don't care. Because the legacy of my last name is more important than me sitting down watching a fight for 12 rounds. And that's just what I believe. I'm tired of being used and manipulated. Free boxing for all to 3 pay-per-views in 4 months. $9.99 for the lifetime. And then now you got to pay $70. It's going to get worse if we don't stand up. But, you know, who am I? I'm just one boxing fan with a platform. And I'm tired. Barbershop Conversations. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.